Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 14th. You're listening to Weather with Enthusiasm. As we remain 48 hours before a major heat dome makes itself very well known across the Texas area, even across parts of northern Texas, Dallas, Texas, hitting 100 degrees on Friday. Even before that, we still have parts of the heat dome already in deep South Texas, and it's making itself well known in the form of precipitation. There's something called the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire is basically a ring of lightning that goes around heat domes and just continuous thunderstorms that, those things are what causes forest fires, by the way. And that's actually what caused the forest fires this time around in Canada, in Nova Scotia. I read that yesterday. It was caused by lightning. Those thunderstorms will be continuous. They will be severe, affecting areas from Kansas through Arkansas into Alabama. And I assume Mississippi as well, because how can you get to Alabama without going through Mississippi? We see, yesterday we saw lots of severe weather outbreak, lots of severe weather reports across the southeast, including Georgia and perhaps even parts of northern Florida. And we also had, for Dallas, Texas, it was the third consecutive day of large hail. Hail of softball size has been reported in Dallas. We have severe weather, which is once again going on. It's ongoing this morning, Wednesday morning, but that should leave. And then we have really starting Friday. There could be some thunderstorms around for Thursday as well. But Friday, we get into the sunshine. Sunshine also, actually, even before then, temperatures well into the 90s across Dallas, across Houston. But Friday onward, it's really when we start to reach peak intensity, even Saturday, even more so. And we can also speak about cities which are further north, because we've spoken about these cities already, at least on 2 episodes, maybe even more. It's just, you have a 595 decimal heat dome headed for the southern Texas area, bringing temperatures into the upper 90s and low hundreds, with heat indices between 110 and 115 degrees. The Washington Post quotes that there'll be some places reaching a heat index around 120 degrees. That's really intense. We have the dew points going into the low 80s, temperatures approaching 90 degrees for Galveston. You have the heat index there in the upper 100s to lower 110s. Other places, you'll also have a heat index in the upper 100s to low 110s, but that's because the temperature will be in the upper 100s to low 110s, but there won't be much humidity. So either way, it works out that the energy in the atmosphere, the energy in the environment will be producing heat indices in the upper hundreds, low 110s. Either that energy is going completely towards temperature, or the energy is going to be split. Some of it's going to go towards heating up the temperature. Some of it's going to go to raising the dew point, and the combination of the two will also produce such heat indices. Now, looking ahead for the next 6 to 14 days, above normal temperatures continue. It doesn't look like the heat in Texas is going anywhere. The entire central part of the country, going from Texas, we're not calling that the South anymore. We're going to call that, in regards to this, the Central. Going all the way up north into Canada, we're going to be seeing above normal temperatures for next week, and even the week after that. Chicago gets in on the action as well, but Chicago gets typical summer heat, well above normal for us here in Chicago, as temperatures on, especially this upcoming Shabbos, as high temperatures go well into the 80s. We're also going to see temperatures go into the 80s on Thursday, but meteorologist Tom Skilling tells us there's going to be a lake front, a backdoor cold front, that destroys the summer heat in the afternoon. The 80s might even occur late morning, and then the destruction occurs in the afternoon. We have temperatures on Shabbos, however, going well into the 80s. The latter part of next week, heat reports temperatures may come close to 90 or hit 90, but lake breezes might continue here in the Chicago area. We have places in Minneapolis yesterday that got very close to 90 degrees. Places within 160 some miles of Chicago went into the 80s, but the Chicago area was seeing lots of rain. Over an inch of rain was reported at Soldier Field at the lakefront, but other parts of Chicago didn't get much rain at all. This is a result of a closed low pressure system, which is moving off to the East Coast. I thought it was going to move off yesterday, but it's finally, you know what? It did, actually. Sunday's low pressure system did move off. This is a second area of low pressure, which is moving off to the East Coast, which means AccuWeather got it. Last week, AccuWeather got it 100% right. And lots of rain and thunderstorms for the areas that will be hit on the East Coast for today. I wish everybody a great day. Realize if you're living in the South, if you're living in Louisiana, Texas, southern Arkansas, over the next several days, excessive heat. There will be advisories, watches, and warnings in effect. We already have some in effect. Some of the phrases the National Weather Service likes to come out with, they love the phrases, look before you lock. Look in your car before you lock. If it's not safe for if it feels too hot for you, if you need your shoes to walk onto the pavement because the pavement's too hot for you, the Houston National Weather Service tells us it's too hot for your pet as well. And there were some other ones as well, which maybe we'll put up in the imagery.